Sorry.
Hurry up!
I got a wife and grandson here. And this is before we start. Alan here as usual in the shed. Still haven't got any new t-shirts. Right, this film's all about creating the container base. How I did it. It's as simple as that. It might get boring in places, so fast forward. Okay, so that's at your discretion as usual. Right, the big announcement is I have now reached 500 subscribers.
Oh shit. I don't know how this works.
Oh, one more for 500 subscribers in 5 weeks. Absolutely phenomenal. Big thank you to everybody who subscribed to me.
Hey, there you go.
This goes down.
So, thank you again. I'm over the moon. It's absolutely exceptional. That's I just can't thank you guys enough. And for all the gifts I've received, all the messages I've received, and one thing and another. So, without hanging it out and embarrassing myself, we'll get into the movie. So, basically, it's about the container base. And like I said, if it's boring to you, just fast forward. And then we'll take it from there on the next video. So, once again, thank you very much. And I'll do one more just for the guys.
It smells.
And just one more thing, I forgot all about it until I just remembered now. Colonel Taff down in South Wales, to his wife Olivia. Big hi, big hello, stay safe. So it's a big shout out for Colonel Taff and his wife Olivia. This is his princess, as he calls her. There you go. Okay, Olivia, just enjoy the movie. Bye. Just thought I'd show you how this works out. This is two-sided tape, okay? And I'm laying it down the centre of the track. I have custom made cork into strips. I peel back the paper and fit it to the centre, okay? And it's quite sticky, this stuff, but it's manipulative. You can adjust it. What you've got to do is just make sure you've got enough gap for the wheel flanges, okay? And it's as simple as that. And it saves a lot of messing with glue and other ways of doing it. So when you get to the end and you've got a cork strip down the middle, just like that, and just fit these last couple of bits. And it's an instant fix. You haven't got to wait for the glue to go off. It's once you've taped it, it's done. So that's that part done. So I'll show you the next piece. Right, the next bit. Let me turn this down a little bit. I like a bit of Vangelis. Right. So you've seen that now. Two-sided tape, put the cork down. So what you'd use now is two-sided tape again on top of this, on top of the cork. Now you need to keep it straight on this, straight as you can, because remember you don't want to interfere with the flanges. And it's quite easy to do really, it's just take your time. But it's an alternative method to gluing. And if it goes wrong, you can rip it up in seconds. And it's more subject to weather conditions in the shed, it's more forgiving. And that's that. And that's the tape in place. Just cut the end off. Make sure she's well stuck down. At this point you're getting the air bubbles out, if any, and any undulations, any misalignments. Like there, for instance, slight misalignment there. Here we go. And you can buy this tape on the internet, and it comes in a pack of 3 in different widths. Yeah, very narrow, medium, and a wide. And you will use most of it. Now the hard part is peeling it off. Got it. Okay, so I'm peeling the top side off. I've just cut these strips now on the guillotine. That way you get it perfectly straight. And I use the MDF as a template that come with scalemodelScenery.com, and this is the templates, and these actually sit in the middle of there, and on Justin's you would wrap the paper around it, yeah, and that would it works out that it works in the engine shed that way. So right, we've done one little strip, and because you've used the guillotine, your paper is going to be straight, your ends are going to be straight, and it's all uniformed. And the other thing is, by not gluing it, the paper's not going to bubble up, is it? With dampness or anything like that. All I'm doing is running my fingernail down the inside, just to make sure it's done. Peel back a bit more. Just join the ends. And if you do it right, because you've got square edges, you won't even notice the joins, to be honest. Two more. That's all the tape peeled off. One more, and well, I need a little bit just to finish the end. It's a little bit like that, but that's how it's done. It's that simple, and it's the same with that piece. You just use a wider template. What I'll do on that, it fits in the middle of that track like that, yeah. What I'll use this for is a template for the cork, just to fill that in there, and then I measure it and cut it on the guillotine to customise the width. But I've only got to do this track and that middle now, but you've seen how long that's took. About five minutes. And there's no hassle. Okay guys, so I'll come back to you when I've done the rest. But that's how easy it is. Right, at this point, this section now I'm doing here, I've actually taped it twice. 2 thin strips. Put the first strip down, peel it off and put the second strip again because of the width. That is too wide because when you put the cork on, you want to be within inside of the sleepers. Okay, so I put 2 thin strips, it slightly overlaps. So like I said, when you put the cork on, it wants to be inside of the sleepers. And it's as simple as that. Again, I've cut these on the guillotine just to get the edges straight, so there's no problems. Right, that's all the cork in there now. What I've got to do now is measure the gap, cut it on the guillotine and put the wider tape on. I'll show you that in a second. Right guys, here we go with the middle bit now. At the end here, because I've got the points, it's customised, so it's trimmed shaped wise. It's not square, so there's a slight bevel on it. But what I'm going to use now is the wider tape. Okay? And it's got to fit, even though it's gone over the track there. That's because of the points. Try and keep it within the track. And it'll all come to light by the time you get to the end. But if you don't get the tape wide enough, then you're not going to be able to stick the edges down. Just trim the edge off, the end. That's that piece done. Now you got a piece there. See, needs to be trimmed, which is easy enough to do up against the rail. Okay. Pretty sticky tape on there, but there you go. Stuck all over my fingers. So what I've got to try and do now is peel back the tape. The only problem is I've stuck it down now. Here we go. Because I've over-lengthed it. So I'll just trim the edge off. Like that. Make sure that's on the sleeper within the rail. Try and get the end to peel away. I know it's a bit boring, but there we go. Right. Now I've just peeled all the tape down there, right? Now I've made a customised bit. It fits in there. Can I get it right? There we go. Just needs a slight trim. But if you don't see these little things, adjustments, you think we're perfectionists, but we're not. It's just about getting it right at the right time. Now, that first piece is in, okay? Now I measured this with a tape measure, and don't worry if it's slightly 0.5 millimetre wider than the gap, okay? Because the cardboard paper sits in the rail. There's a small recess on the rail, so it sits in and it's snug then. Missed there, there you go. A little bit off because I'm rushing, I'm trying to show you. See, that just sits on the rail slightly there because the rails are not perfectly straight either, there's kinks in them. So that's why you want it as close as you can, but not over too much, because otherwise the paper won't sit inside the rail. And that basically is that. Just got to cut a little piece there, and that's the whole lot done. And I'll take you off the camera now and I'll show you. It's close enough. Into there. The add part there is the make it slightly thinner because of the what do they call them, buffers. There we go. So that's that. That is now all that done. And what I'll do with them bits, they'll have fine ballast on. All I'm doing is smoothing it down, making sure, and it's quite warm and humid in here today. And if I take you off the camera, off the tripod, there you can see. What basically you do, if it's a tight fit, it just pushes down inside the rail. Okay? Well, that's 30mm across there, and that one was actually 30mm, so get it as accurately as you can, and then you can manipulate. That's basically it. And all the rails are just above the paper, okay, to give you that concrete effect. Okay. And how long did that take? You watch me do it. It's not long, is it? It's quick and efficient. Now if you had glue, you'd be back here next day. And if it didn't work out right, you'd be in a mess. And I basically did the same with that. Right, to recap. When I ripped it all out, I painted the board black. Then I put some cork on. Right, the cork's underneath them tracks there. Right. The reason for the cork, because this side of the rail track was corked, so I needed to keep it level, otherwise I would have had a ramp. So as you've seen in the previous film, I corked most of this and all this. Then I come up with a better method, because I was going to cover it in paper and all sorts. I cut the cork along this rail, just like that there. Cut all the cork off, put that 4mm foam board on, which brought it up, and then double-sided tape the whole of it, not just strips, as much as you can get on, double-side tape it. Cut your paper, or get a piece. I got a piece there, one big piece there, and what they did, I trimmed the edge. And then a big piece there, and a big piece there, a big piece there. And as I got down here, you cut in half of it off, turn it around and use the other half to save wastage. So that's 4mm foam board underneath here, paper on top. I've corked the middle of there, because the cork is only 2.5mm deep. Okay, that's all it is. So it was just the right amount to slot into there and put the card on top without interfering with the rails. So a quick and easy, effective way of doing things. Okay guys, let's move on to the next bit. That's the finished position now. and as you can see, all neat and tidy. Looks very effective. Okay. Right, it's mid-Monday afternoon and I've ballasted the sidings, but I want to leave this gap down there because if I get a crane I want to put a rail in there, so that's the gap for that if I need it. I'm not too sure yet. I've got other items en route, so anyway, so I've ballasted that and then touched it up with a bit of grass to put a bit of colour in it to make it look like it's overgrown, so that'll do. And the other thing is I found an office down there to go to, fueling tank for the machinery, tanker offloading, and a couple of containers. Like I said, there's more stuff en route yet, so it's not far off actually, getting to the point where it's just minor details, but the main bulk of it is now done. So as for down there, all the black there along there, I'm not sure to leave that as a roadway yet, access to the machines. So there we are. I've done enough for today. Let all that dry off now in this heat. Okay, back tomorrow. Well, here we are, Tuesday lunchtime. Well, it's gone lunch now. Like I showed you yesterday, all the sidings here was ballasted. I've got the container train out. That's all done. That's all tested and working fine. And the two little sidings I had for the maintenance trains, I've ballasted them as well, and I got a little bit of fencing to do yet. But the other little thing I did was put a new Hunt's couplings on, and it works. It works far better than the other one. What I'll do, I'll take off the camera now and I'll show you on the layout. Right, this was the old type coupling, yeah. It's not old, but there you go, which is the magnet Hunt's couplings. Now on this train here they used to try and decouple here, because when it went round a corner it tended to do that, okay, and sometimes it'd actually slide off. Now Hunt's couplings have come up with a new concept one, and if I throw some light onto the job you'll be able to see it, hopefully. I'll zoom in now. No, I can't quite see it. Anyway, it's working, that's the main thing. I'll try and get down lower and I'll show you. Right, this is the old one. It's very difficult to do this. Like I was trying to demonstrate out there, it used to crack open like that, yeah, or it'd slide off. Well, Hunt's couplings have come up with this design, and you can also put NAM pockets, hooks in there, but the best thing is it's beveled, see that, and it works far better. It doesn't want to pull apart on that sharp curve. This actually works, because I've put these now on the container train on the front like I've shown you, and it goes round without trying to decouple itself. Plus it's you can put a hook in it as well, so depending on your rolling stock it's universal now, but that's what I like. It's got that beveled edge, and it's working really well on the container train. Okay, so this is about it for Tuesday. I'm still waiting on a couple of items to come from Hatton's, so that'll be tomorrow now, hopefully, if all goes well, and then I can do some running. and the hunched couplings now on the front, then bevel edges, absolutely spot on. So that'll work even better now. That I know that 66 works, that's the main thing. So there we go. See you tomorrow. Hi guys, it's now Wednesday lunchtime and my parcel's arrived. What little surprise have I got to show you. Sort my chair out again. They're very nice people at Hatton's. That's one, and that's two. So get rid of the box. And what have we got? Maritime container trucks, reach trucks. Both good ones. So we'll get them out of the box and let's have a look. Here we go guys. Let's fit you down. Respectable level. See if I can zoom in for you. There you go. It's two reach trucks. Very nice. I don't like buying one, it looks out of place having one. If you have two, you'll find most places will have two in case of failures. So there you go. So these are supposed to do a bit of everything. So they lift, they pull, and as far as I'm aware they do pull out, but how I don't know yet, because I don't want to make a mess. Even that's on hydraulics. Yeah, it's got a hydraulic system on there. Well, they're supposed to pull out as far as I'm aware, so I'll have to look into that in a moment. Well, there you go. The wheels actually turn as well. Yeah, you can turn it. So that's a bonus. Yeah, it's quite a lock on that actually. And it looks like you can take things apart if you want to put lights or what have you on it. Anything like that. It's very poseable, isn't it? Right, so we need to put it on the layout now. It's a first cock up. As soon as I put the camera on, it's honestly I haven't tested it, but as soon as you turn the record button on, I forgot to change the points here. So what did I do? Run straight into the back of the 60s, 68. Anyway, take two. And after hitting that, it still didn't derail. Nothing uncoupled. But you think on now, it's coming round all the way round from the station in reverse. So that's two third radius curves through that S-bend there, that S-bend there, and I think I've gone too far because I need to, where are we, 1, 2, yeah, I need to split it there, was it? No, it's that one, I need to split that one. I forget where I'm up to. So pull that forward out of the way, that's it. Right. because the container flats are so long, it's hard to work out. Remember, they're in twos. There's a metal bar in one of them, so you've got 2 units connected together permanently. So that's 1 unit, and this is 2 units. So I need to split this one here there. I'm going to change direction. Split that one there. There we go. Just bring that into position because I went too far. Change the point there. Hit reverse. And see how easy it was uncoupling as well. It's just slightest bit of pressure and it just pops apart and away you go. And there we go. Everything's in position. So if I fetch it back here a bit. Sorry about that. I smacked my head on the back of the shed. There you go. Well, that's the containers in place, and the trucks are waiting to offload. So I think I've got a great little scenario going on there, and if I don't trip up, all I got to do is drive the truck to the position, and there you are. See, there's your scenario. Job done. Okay, and I think that's quite effective for the container base. All it's missing now is a few guys in orange suits floating around, maybe a couple of drivers in the cabs, but anything like that. But that's basically it now. I've done enough. So in my next movie, I want to demonstrate some more of the Hunt's couplings, what they're capable of, because I did it all in my last YouTube channel, and of course it all got deleted. I need to refresh people's memories and do some filming. I've just done the Hunt's couplings next time out. That's before we move on to this lot here, engine sheds. So okay, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all the subscribers and everybody that's come on board, and thank you to everybody that's been watching. I'm over the moon and so happy and pleased that it's turned out this way. Okay, so thank you again. Catch you in the next episode. Bye for now. Bye.